I just finished an interview with Hugh Howey here. He just finished releasing a book called Across the Sand. So hello, Hugh.
Hey, John.
What we get into here is talking about how you came up with this idea and how you developed it. So you also are doing this as a 5-part series. And since we're talking to aspiring writers here, how is it that you evolved this 5-parter that turned into, for yourself, a very successful pattern?
Yeah, I lucked into it with Wool when I had my first book go viral. It was a very short story. And even though the story really wrapped up, readers wanted more in that world. And I released another one and another one. But I did not want to get on a treadmill where these stories were going on forever. So I wrapped that up in 5 stories, and the book sold really well. We combined it to a novel. It became a New York Times bestseller. These are things you cannot control and never duplicate. It's just some things happen. But I loved the cadence of it. I loved the length of stories I was writing and the ability to write to the end of a section and get it out and start the next one. So I did it 2 more times. I did it with Sand. I did it with Beacon 23. And I don't know, I think we all have to find our rhythm and our the way we like to package our stories. And for me, this really worked well, and it's been my favorite way of publishing a book.
It absolutely worked very well. And we also talk about your philosophy as a writer and how that's helped you from your study of past authors, your predecessors, and how that's helped set your own course as a writer and as a person. Can you talk about that just a little bit?
Yeah, I've spent so much time living with my favorite writers, living in their worlds with their characters, hours and hours every day, and it has a big impact on you, not just as a storyteller, but as a person. For me, a lot of the science fiction authors that I grew up with, they taught me to question authority and challenge the way that I think about the world, and to find solutions through progress rather than appeals to old systems of dogmatic thought. And I think these stories came to me at the right age as I was trying to figure out how I want to understand the world, and gave me a great path to the scientific method and skepticism, and it made me who I am today, which I'm happy with, and it definitely made me the writer that I am today, which is one who explores the same themes and a lot of the same questions and ideas.
That's great. Well, thank you very much. And I know that people are going to be enjoying this interview. And absolutely, I can't recommend enough the 2 books, Sand and Across the Sand.
Thank you so much, John.